You're watching Soleful Discussions.
Okay.
All right, so hi, how are you doing today?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing great.
Good.
How did you and I meet today?
How did we meet? You
Yeah.
just came up to me and said, and I had some time, and I did.
Absolutely. So you said you just finished doing yoga.
Yoga.
So I just called you like right at the right
Yeah.
time. So you do yoga, so you might know about the next question I'm going to ask.
Okay.
What are your thoughts when somebody says actively thinking about your feet?
Actively thinking about my
Actively
feet?
thinking about your feet. Being mindful of them. Like, what do you think about it?
Damn, it's hard. I don't know. Ask me, I don't know.
Okay, so think about it this way, right? My channel deals with like talking about the fact that a lot of people don't think about like the way that how we feel can impact our feet, but also how our feet can impact the way that we feel.
Okay.
So, in terms of that, what do you think in terms of that?
Okay, when I think of, we're always on our feet.
Yep.
So yeah, like we're always on our feet. So we take a lot of toll on our feet.
Absolutely.
So yeah.
One of the things I always tell people is like a lot of times we think that when we take steps, right? One step and another step. Sometimes we think we're only putting half our weight on one side, but actually we're putting all that weight, our whole body on one side or one foot. And so to actively think about that means to be mindful about the way you take steps. Sometimes we're a little bit risky. You just do whatever, whatever like that. So being more mindful.
Yeah.
In terms of that, so like I know you haven't ever thought about it before, but now going forward, do you think that you'll think a little bit more about it now that we're kind of like
Talking about it? Yeah.
introduced it to
Yeah.
you? Absolutely. Let me ask you this: in terms of like dealing with stress, right? Have you ever seen times where maybe it did impact? Like, did you feel a little bit more tired? Like, maybe you didn't want to stand as long because you were so stressed out. Like, you're like, I just want to sit down. I just want to relax. So you've seen that before?
Yeah.
Does it usually happen like most of the time? Like maybe you're at work.
Yeah, and then I'm
like
always
that?
on my feet. So
Okay.
I'm always on my feet. So yeah.
So I'm pretty sure you probably work like multiple hours just
Yeah.
standing around and stuff like that. Let me ask you this because you do a little bit of yoga. You ever heard of earthing and grounding before?
Earthing and grounding?
Yeah.
Once, but no, I'm not really too familiar with it.
You're kind of doing it a little bit, even though you are in your yoga mat, but it's basically being like barefoot in grass, dirt, sand. People actually do it for like meditative purposes, like to kind of like think about it as a reset button. So like you had a long day at work, like it's pretty stressful. You go home, like you can go stand in some grass, and what you do is it's about being mindful about what you're feeling in the moment. So in that moment, I feel like the soft grass against my feet. I can feel like a cool breeze. Like I hear the birds chirping, like all those different things. And what it does is it makes you not think so much about what might have happened before, what's happening next, but just in that moment, being in the moment. What's your thoughts about that?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Do you think it's something that could be beneficial, like in terms
Yes.
of like?
Because like I said, I do yoga all the time. So
Yeah.
we're on the grass. It's like a stress reliever.
Yeah.
And again, we're always on our feet. And I also do like to do walks on the beach, but barefoot.
Okay.
Because when you wear shoes, it's kind of different. It's different, and you connect with, like I'm saying again, yoga. You connect with the earth all the time. So I like to do that a lot, and it's a stress reliever.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this: do you think it's something that could be beneficial to others? Like
Yes.
that they should try it.
No, they should. I
Okay.
think they really should.
Absolutely. Yeah, I remember I've talked to a couple of Reiki masters since I've been doing my channel, and one of the things they mentioned to me was like when you go barefoot in like grass, dirt, sand, it's basically like when you were a kid, you would run around, you didn't think about like you were just like having fun and just like that freedom that you get. So like doing that can give you like that same type of freedom like when you go out and do it. Do you agree with that? You
No,
think
I
that's
do.
something-
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I do. No, I do.
All right, cool. So for this next portion right here, I want to kind of try to match up what your toe alignment looks like. Do you mind? Can you put your feet out and just put them down flat like this, and put them both right here?
Okay.
Usually, most people have like a different foot. So let me. Oh, put them like right there. There we go. Cool. So let me ask you, based on this graphic here, which one do you think that your feet match to?
Like more similar?
More similar.
Maybe. Let me see. Maybe this one.
The Roman? Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. So yeah, your three toes and the
Yeah.
top like are almost the same
The
size.
same
Then you have
size.
like a little droppage that goes down. So that's kind of why I asked you like, did you have any family that might be from like a different portion? Because a lot of times most people who are from Italy, Rome, like they tend to share that same type of toe alignment.
Gotcha.
So that's exactly what it is. Absolutely cool. Maybe put your feet out straight like this. Okay. And toes up. Now, when it comes to with your soles, do you feel like you have arch, no arch? You flat?
On my, I think I'm flat.
You
I
flat?
don't think I have arch. I don't think I have a lot of arch. Oh, a little bit,
You have
I
a little
guess.
bit of
A little bit of arch.
You have a little bit of arch. Do you find it difficult sometimes when you're wearing certain types of shoes? Do you feel any differences? Like, does it feel
When I wear flat shoes.
flat shoes?
Yeah.
So you feel a little bit of a difference
Yeah.
in like how you feel. Absolutely cool. So that's one of the things we try to talk about. If you kind of flip a little bit in the page. Okay, so next time we talk about
Grounding and earthing.
the benefits that it can have for you. So I actually interviewed a lady, I think it was about a couple weeks ago. Actually, she's a fire twirler, and she does that. And she told me that she broke some type of bone in her back or something like that not so long ago. And one of the things she said, she didn't do any type of physical therapy or anything. She said all she did was come out and like be in the grass, be in earth. And she said she literally felt benefits from that just by doing that. I'm not saying it's gonna help everybody.
Yeah.
But like I think for her it was something that she actively did, so it really helped her out a lot.
Yeah.
Have you felt any type of like healing presences from like when you've gone on a walk maybe in sand or you've been in grass or anything like that?
Yeah, all the time. Yeah, like I said, it's a stress reliever. Just you feel better.
Absolutely.
I don't know, even like yoga, because we're on the ground all the time. So yeah, it does.
Absolutely. Okay, we can flip to the next page now. We talk a little bit about foot massages. So like how often do you get foot massages? Is it only when you go get pedicures or so you don't actively go and like
get a foot massage? No, but I need to.
Okay. So yeah, that's the next thing I was gonna tell you. So reflexology deals with that. Like so it's targeting areas basically in your hands and your feet that connect to like different parts of your body. So if you actually flip to the next page, that's kind of what we're talking about with foot reflexology and basically like these different areas. So like you have areas for your head, areas for your lungs, areas for like your liver, your kidneys, like that can be impacted by just through massages. And like you said, you never go out and get them. Now that I'm kind of mentioning it to you, do you think that that's going to be something you actively think about a little bit more?
Yes.
Absolutely.
I mean, I was like, I need to go get one. I just haven't got one.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
One of the other things I kind of talk about on my channel, medical pedicures. Familiar with that?
Medical pedicures? No.
Okay, so it's basically going, and I actually got this information from somebody. I was near the border, and she was from Mexico, and she actually told me she only gets medical pedicures, she doesn't get the cosmetic one. She says basically you go see a podiatrist, specialist of the foot. What they do is they take a look at your feet, they make sure your toenails go correctly, and make sure your toe alignment is right. They check your feet for like dead skin, fungus. Do all the work there with like medical grade equipment. It's the cleanest possible pedicure you can get. What would your thoughts be on seeing somebody like that who give you more insight to your
I think that's cool because I like to have my feet clean all the time. So I think it's cool. I would like to get into it, yeah.
Absolutely. And I would suggest, so I saw on Groupon not too long ago, actually there's a place in Newport
that
actually does medical pedicure. And they had one deal for one person, they had a deal for two people. So in this case you want to take your sister, your mom, or something like that. Probably make it like a little family thing.
Okay. You said Newport, right? You said
Newport Beach.
Okay.
Yeah, if you go to Groupon, just look at Newport Beach and put medical pedicures and it'll pop up for you.
Okay.
Absolutely. So usually when we get to reflexology, we like to talk about sensitivity. Okay. How ticklish do you tend to be when you get pedicures and stuff like that?
I mean, from a scale of 1 to 10, let's see, maybe like a 6.
Like a 6?
6, not too, yeah.
Okay. Would you mind if we tested it? Because like I have a trick to like be less sensitive. I'm using a tool.
Okay.
Cool?
Yeah, we'll see.
I always can see people do that look like, wait a minute, hold up, like.
Okay.
And so we're gonna do this, and then I have one thing for you to try for like basically stretching your feet out.
Okay.
Like, to do like make them a little bit more flexible. So we're gonna do that as well.
Okay.
So if you put your feet back out straight and then straight up like this, and so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go right to left. Put them closer together. Your feet closer together. Yeah, feet closer together. All right. So we're gonna start at the right. Gonna go up and down. Tell me where you feel it at the most. Which foot is most sensitive.
Okay.
Okay. And then I'm gonna give you the trick music. Okay. 1, 2, 3. And what are we feeling here?
A little to the right there and more to the left.
So it's more on this side. Okay.
Yeah. No, more to this side.
Oh, so
my left.
Okay, so
my left. Yeah.
In your arch area.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's try your left. Tell me if you feel this one more. 1, 2, 3, and you feeling the same? That same
yeah,
area?
I'm the same. Yeah.
Okay. Which one is more sensitive?
I think this one, my left.
This one is more sensitive. Okay. Here's what I want you to do. While I'm doing it, wiggle your toes.
Wiggle my. Okay.
Tell me if you feel more or less. Start here. 1, 2, 3, and then you feel it more or less.
Less.
You know why?
Because I'm having movement? I don't know.
Yes, big part of it. No, a lot of people don't usually say that. So, one, you're actively thinking about doing something, right? So it's like a distraction in a way, right? Almost like you're not thinking about it as much.
Yeah.
But by you moving your toes, you're like moving energy. So, because I'm applying energy, you're actually reversing the energy and dispersing it. So
Gotcha.
that's a trick for you. You get your pedicure, they do the pumice stone, just wiggle your toes a little bit. Let's try your left. You said your left is more sensitive.
Yeah.
Wiggle here, wiggle. And do you feel it less or more?
Less.
Less. That's your trick. So,
Okay.
cool. Let's do a couple exercises, and I'm going to have you try out that little trick here. So, let me have you, if you can't, leave your feet there, like closer together again. Bend your toes, make a fist. Tell me if you feel pain or discomfort. Is that easy to do? Is that hard to do?
Easy.
Easy to do? Okay, relax. Spread your toes. Tell me if you feel pain or discomfort. A little bit harder. A little bit harder to do. Okay, you have to kind of think
Yeah,
about
yeah,
it a
yeah.
little bit more. You probably don't do these movements at home, I'm imagining, right?
At home, no.
Okay, cool. Lastly, just wiggle your toes for about 10 seconds. Tell me if you feel any pain, any cramping, anything happening after a while. It's pretty easy to do.
Easy, yeah.
Okay, cool. I would suggest at home, I know you don't actively think about it, but maybe doing it a little bit more because it can create more dexterity and flexibility in your feet. A lot of times people can have injuries just from like little things like that not being as flexible in those areas. So you make a wrong step and like instead of being more flexible and being able to make a different movement, like you're into messing something up. So that's a trick for you. So the last thing, tennis ball. Okay, this is something that you can use in the mornings. Like if you're getting up in the morning, you haven't done anything, you roll your foot across it, and you start to feel assembly problems. I'm gonna have you try it out for a minute. So you just roll your foot back and forth. Tell me what you're feeling while you're doing it, and where you feel it at the most. Is it like in your arch area? You feel it in your heel? Where do you feel it the most?
At the arch.
The arch?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Let's try your left. You might feel it a little bit more on this one. Are you right-handed?
I'm right-handed, yeah.
Okay. You plan a lot on your left?
Yeah.
Yeah. So do you feel it more on your
On my
left side?
yeah, on my arch area,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah. So that's a little trick for you. And then a little trick if you get a
You're good.
if you get a golf ball, you use that. It actually gets a little bit deeper into those like little areas that you can use. So that's something you can do in the mornings. Stretch your feet out because a lot of people don't pay attention to that. Man, that's one of the things. So
Okay.
let's wrap up the interview. In terms of my approach, I came up to you. I asked you to do the interview. How did you feel my approach was? Was it good? Was it bad? How did you feel about it?
That was good. It was a good approach. And I like to just, yeah.
Appreciate it. Appreciate it. In terms of the interview, start to finish, did you see how everything was going along the line? Did it make sense? Did you learn anything new from this?
It did make sense, and I did learn something new.
Absolutely. Hopefully we got a little information in
Yeah,
here today.
I
Absolutely.
did. Thank you.
The last thing I always ask, something that you can say to my channel. Maybe it's something that you've learned in life. Maybe it's a wise word that somebody shared with you. Same thing you can say to be helpful to everybody that's watching.
Something helpful?
Yeah. Don't overthink it. Just whatever came to mind first.
If he comes up to you, let him interview.
Okay.
And let him interview. I thought it was kind of cool.
Absolutely.
New experience, and I don't really say yes. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna just give it a try.
Decided to say yes.
Yeah, I was
today.
like, okay, cool. Yeah, why
That's
not?
amazing.
Like, why not? Why
That's
not?
amazing.
Yeah.
I definitely appreciate
Yeah.
that. Well, thank you so much. Definitely appreciate you stopping into this interview with us. All right. And we hope that you have a great one. Okay.
Thank you too.
All right.
Thank you.